Hello, hello. How is everyone doing? Hello. Hello. Happy Wednesday. Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna get started because there's no need to dilly dally. So today, well, my name is Monique. For those of you who, oh, I don't have my thing plugged in. Sorry, I know my lighting. I was like, why do it look so dark? Because I don't have a light. Let there be light. There it is. Okay, so I am Monique, and today's Wednesday chat is on open mind to the bigger picture. Sometimes what God is building in your life will not make sense to people who have never seen it before. That's why we have to keep an open mind to the bigger picture. We anchor our faith to God's word and not what we see. And so I thought about when I was thinking about this title, I thought about Moses. And God told Moses that the rain was going to come. But at this time, it had never rained before. And we know that from Genesis chapter 2, verses 5 and 6. So Moses started building that ark. People thought he was out of his mind. They didn't believe him. They mocked him. And they carried on as life was usual. Matthew chapter 24, verses 38 through 39. Yet Noah believed what God said and acted on it. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 7, and Genesis chapter 6, verse 22. So faith moves when there is no understanding of what's going on, right? And so, because I couldn't think of a better word to use, but faith really does move when there's just no understanding of what's going on. Faith is built when there's no applause, and faith obeys when the outcome is invisible. So, my personal story, and I know I've told you this story before, but since you're here, I'm going to share the story again. So, I was in Dubai. I was having issues on my job, and I remember looking at the sand. And while everybody else was playing in the sand, they were on the sand dunes and they were just having an amazing time. I actually was sitting in the sand, and it made me think about the promise God had said to Abraham. He said that his descendants would be like grains of sand, too numerous to count. And that's in Genesis chapter 22, verse 17, and also in Genesis chapter 32, verse 12. And so, like I said, while others was just living their best lives and just enjoying the fact that they're in Dubai, I was actually praying, I'm one of those descendants. I'm one of these little grains of sand, Lord. I'm trusting you, but I don't see it. But I'm trusting you. And I've already told you, what ended up happening is the job ended But then God moved me here to Alabama. So he was in the midst of everything and I was trusting God. But if I had been telling people about it, they would have thought I was crazy. Like, girl, why why you doing this? You should be doing that. And so you have to sometimes turn all that noise off because the noise can catch you up. So, the thing about it is that kind of activated God's faith for me. And he's been faithful ever since in my life because I was able to look at that situation and say, okay, I see God. So Noah didn't see the rain, but he still built that ark. I didn't see the plan, but I still trust the process. You may not see the promise yet, but it doesn't mean that it's not in your future. So I want to give you a couple of steps, actually 6 steps to help you trust God when the solution seems out of reach. The first one is revisit what God said. Go back to his word. Not the world, but the word. If God gave a promise, he'll give a path. Isaiah 55:11. Number 2, choose obedience over emotion. Noah didn't wait for the crowd to believe him. He built anyway. Faith doesn't wait. It just keeps moving on. That's when you're on assignment. You don't wait for people to get the applause of other people, for people to co-sign what God has already said for you. You keep on moving because it don't wait. That's Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. And then number 3 is guard your environment. Sometimes we must separate from the doubters to stay in faith. Protect your focus. Faith drives and it was faith strives, not drives. Faith strives in quiet, obedience, and not public validation. And that's 1 Corinthians chapter 15:33 and Proverbs chapter 13, verse 20. Number 4, remember his record. If God has did it before, he can do it again. Let me even say it this way. If God did it for them, he can do it for you. So sometimes it don't even have to be that you've never seen it before. It just maybe has never happened in your own personal life. But if God's done it, he'll do it again. Write down your Dubai moment. I told you about my Dubai moment. Now write down your Dubai moment. That time that God showed up when it didn't seem like it was ever possible for anything to happen but disaster. And reflect on that and read Psalms 103 verse 2 and Lamentations chapter 3 verse 21 and 22. And then number 5, prepare like it's coming. And Noah prepared and he proved his faith because he was preparing. He didn't stop building just because he hadn't even heard of rain before. Think about that. He had never even heard of rain. Your obedience today will prepare the stage for your miracle tomorrow. James chapter 2, verse 26, and Habakkuk chapter 2, verses 2 through 3. And then speak life to it. Use your words to agree with what God has said. I trust you, Lord. I'm building, I'm believing, and I will see what you've promised. And to support that is Proverbs 18:21 and Joel chapter 3, verse 10. So repeat this after me. I don't know why I can't talk today. Repeat this after me. I believe God. I build when I can't see. I guard my focus. I'm prepared by faith. I will see the promise in God's timing. And so, in closing, I just want to say keep your mind open for the big picture. If Noah could trust God with something that had never been seen, never even been heard of before rain, because during that time, literally, it was a mist that would come up from the ground. It would water the ground and then it would go back down. It wasn't nothing falling out the sky. It's almost like the nursery rhyme Chicken Little, the story of Chicken Little. Like the sky is falling. That's kind of like they were thinking, like, this man crazy. What are you talking about? Some rain is going to come. So if Noah could trust God for something that had never been seen, you can trust God for what he's already spoken and what you've already seen in other people's lives. It may not come to your life like it came for theirs, but it will for sure come. Unseen doesn't mean undone. Delayed doesn't mean denied. Keep building and keep believing, because when it looks like there's nothing happening, heaven is already moving. Thank you for joining my Wednesday chat. This is Monique with a little something from my heart to your ears, and this is Mo Better Living, where we are heavy on the ing and healing. So I will talk to you later, and thank you so much for supporting and listening to my little chat. All right, have a great night. Bye.